It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, coming into tonight, a couple of goals they have. Stay aggressive on both ends, but also play with efficiency. It's a delicate balance, but they know it's the key to playing their best ball. And we're in the era of the point guard, one of the best here tonight in Damian Lillard. Kenny, how's he able to score so well at his size?
Lightning quick, on and off the ball. So that's difficult to guard. And when you're a deadly shooter in the clutch, what else do you need, Ernie?
Ernie, for the second time in this game's history, I'm going to give Kenny another compliment.
Oh, man.
He reminds me of Kenny because he needs very little room to get off his shot. And he finishes at a high rate in traffic, just like Mr. Smith over there.
Oh, I'll pass it
Didn't
inside the
get that shot
shack
off.
then. I'll pass it inside the shack, and you know what happens there.
Rejected.
No, passed inside to the big fella for the dunk.
Here's Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
I gave you another compliment.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trailblazers. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge down on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, we know Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni was the architect of the 7 seconds or less offense in Phoenix. But he says we should have been more aggressive. We kept asking, is it too many threes? Now, there's no such thing. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Well, we have two loaded backcourts here tonight, Clark. It should be a very intriguing matchup.
You know, Kevin, in years past, it used to be the small forwards were your dominant scorers in the league, and that's still pretty prevalent, but in this day and age, I tell you, the point guard play, not only are those point guards able to assist and set people up and lead their teams, but a lot of them are high-octane scorers as well. A lot of fun to watch.
Make a lot of things happen on both ends of the floor.
No doubt.
And Portland starts out with the ball. And the Houston Rockets starting 5. Clint Capella is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Harden, and it's Gordon in at the 3. Now here's Gordon. That shot wide open.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Westbrook against Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Over Harden. Rebounded by Capella.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Must respect the jumper of Gordon. I mean, he's got the confidence of his teammates to shoot it from there. So you got to get to him.
Here's McCollum after Eric Gordon's bucket. McCollum outside. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Harden, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
throw good, James Harden. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
You know, you look at most winning teams in this league, and there's no denying they have an identity, who they are and how they play consistently. The Rockets fall into that category, a defined style of play and pieces that fit pretty well.
Now here's Gordon. Back to Tucker. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Westbrook against Lillard. Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Clark, talk about the Rockets' identity, their style of play.
Yeah, it's all about the analytics, quite honestly. They're looking for drives and three-point field goals. Constant pressure on the defense. The long-range ball spaces the floor, and defensively they're going to try to switch and keep the ball in front and deny the same three-pointers they're looking for at their offensive end from the opposition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Collins nails both of them.
You know, he's a steady hand at the free throw line, showing tremendous confidence in this one.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Collins. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 6 points.
Great focus from the clever guard, James Harden. I mean, so good at staying with his shot, even under duress.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. Shoots over Capella. Cans the 12-footer. The Rockets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Whiteside, Gordon. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden against McCollum.
Hey, Harden is seeking contact. He is hunting bodies when he drives. He's so good at just getting his body into the path of the defense.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
Was completely out of sync on his free throws, and I'm sure that led him to some extra work at the foul line. And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
First one falls for him.
Well, you know, one of the things about Mike D'Antoni is that he's an excellent offensive mind, but he gives his players so much confidence. His defensive reputation is not as strong, but with the Rockets last season, they actually were a lockdown team at times. D'Antoni answering those critics about not being a defensive-minded coach.
Harden hits them both.
And, you know, the beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
Westbrook against Lillard. Here's McCollum, and Capella sends it back.
Over a 7'4" wingspan for Clint Capella. That's long, folks, and makes him an intimidating shot blocker.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's McCollum, and he hits the jump shot. And D'Antoni back in the catbird seat after some difficult seasons with the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, I love Mike D'Antoni. Love how he comments and interacts with the media and how he handles his team. He's got a team committed to shooting the long ball, and he gives his players a lot of freedom and confidence.
Now here's Hood. Harden missing his last shot. They get a hand on it. Lillard finds McCollum. Now here's Collins. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 3. McCollum no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Collins grabs the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Nobody near Lillard. No good with the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Lillard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Harden gets the bucket.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Right side, the pass to McCollum, and the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Here side, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
The pass to Harden, shoots. Collins grabs the miss.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Good, gets the bucket. Westbrook with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Capella kicks to Gordon. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter, Kevin. I mean, he's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
Now here's McCollum. Back to Collins. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Hood. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Rockets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he makes the first. Pau Gasol's checked in for Portland. he makes both free throws.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
Yeah, getting to the line and converting, Greg. That's the big thing. It's always good when you can do that because it stabilizes your offense.
It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Passes it to Harden. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Count the basket. Rockets leading by 3. Bounce pass, Gordon takes the 3, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Gordon. Harden's got 13.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
And Lillard kicks to McCullough. Over Harden, and he can't bank that one in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And good that time.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Now here's McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard from outside. Drills it from outside. He's got 11.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. In an effort to protect the players, games are called a little tighter sometimes. And that said, Clark, which guys still bring the physicality that draw the eyes and the attention of the officials?
Well, some of these guys bring attention to themselves by virtue of their reputations, but in terms of physical presence, Steven Adams, to me, is just a behemoth of a guy.
He's grit. He's just all grit, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he just oozes that with his size and the way he goes about his work.
He does. So for the Trailblazers, Hezonja, he's checked in for Collins. Baddest one comes in for Hood, and it's Kent Bazemore in for McCullough. The Rockets also changing it up. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Capella. Green comes in for Gordon, and it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
That shot missing.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Trailblazers trail by 7. And here's Bazemore. Pass to Lillard. Over Rivers, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Harden dishes to Rivers. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Got to be more careful. Can't pick up 2 fouls this early on. You just can't.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Bazemore. He feeds it to Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And the long arms that Gasol has is what allows him to drop dunks on defenders. What a powerful force close to the rim.
Now here's Rivers. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And stolen by Bazemore. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, you know, both teams scoring at a really steady clip. If you like good offense, you've come to the right spot. This is your game.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
One shot.
That one drops. He ties it up. Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside, Green. And just miss after miss right now. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. That puts them in the lead. McCollum's got points so far.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
And you know what? Last season was a bit of an awakening for Mario Hezonja. Written off by most, but he showed that he has a lot to offer. I thought he played fantastic basketball in the second half of the season.
It's trailed by 3. And Clark for Hezonja. He made the most of his chances.
Yeah, he's got a nice knack for scoring and being aggressive with the ball. I think it's a case of a player just being a late bloomer. It's clear Hezonja can put up points in the NBA. I think it's just a matter of time before his confidence grows and his production right along with it.
Here's Baddest one. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 4. Bazemore for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Man, extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A-plus defense.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following the score by Houston.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
And it all had to be, Kevin, because that's not nearly as easy as they made it appear.
Here's Green. Portland making their last shot. Here's Rivers. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Trailblazers leading by 3. McCollum kicks to Hezonja. The pass to Little. To the middle. Here's McCollum. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. 1:06 left to play in the first. Passes it to Little. He kicks to Gasol. McCollum feeling it out a bit. 5 on the clock. And he's good on the 3-ball. 10 points for him.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
Now here's Rivers. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Back to Chandler. Houston moving the ball around. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Now McCollum, 10 points for him. "11 seconds left in the first quarter. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range. McCollum's got 13.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been very effective in locking down Russell Westbrook. We'll return shortly. The Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse franchises, and he talks about seizing the moment.
This time isn't going to last long. We have a window. It goes by extremely fast. I cherish these moments. I embrace them.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Yep, firing with confidence, in rhythm, Greg. I mean, not allowing the defense to take a break.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, E.J. Tucker is out there with Chandler, and it's Green, and it's Rivers. Whiteside's checked in for Pau Gasol. Back to Green. Rivers against McCollum. He can't get that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Bazemore for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Bazemore's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Portland. Rivers finds Chandler. Here's Tucker. Back to Chandler. He's covered by Bazemore. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Trickeration. I like that, partner. That's pretty strong word creation. And you've got to be creative, though, whether you're commentating or hooping, especially when you're going inside.
Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, the shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
And the Rockets with possession here. The Blazers getting the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here's McCollum. Following the three from Austin Rivers. McCollum passes to Whiteside. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Houston. It's his first trip to the line.
And last season, he was a 70% free throw shooter, something I'm sure he'd like to improve.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys.
Take a break.
For any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You know, guys, you got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Hezonja, and Hood subbed in for Baddest One. And both free throws good from Whiteside. Here's Westbrook. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And stolen by Bazemore. And a wide open look for McCollum. Cans the shot with nobody near him. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. Westbrook against Collins. Pass to Rivers. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, I like how Capella stays one step ahead of the posse on defense. Has a real good sense of body control.
Hood dishes to McCollum. Now here's Collins. Guarded by Tucker. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Damian Lillard's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard kicks to Hood. 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Timeout called, the Rockets. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And, you know, Kevin, he's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 11. Double team on Westbrook. And stolen by Lillard. Over Westbrook. Lillard misses.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
Capella kicks to Westbrook. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Lillard surveying the D. That's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Over Lillard, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
and not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Now here's Bazemore. He has 6. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Just 5 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Here's Rivers. It's blocked. Good with it. Picks him up. Hood against Gordon. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got his 2nd basket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard against Westbrook. Capella inside, and he gets it to go. Capella's got 6 points.
When Capella plays with force inside, watch out. I like his intensity.
And Clint Capella with a big pay raise this season.
Well, you forget just how young he is. I mean, this guy is just starting his career. His rookie contract concluded last season, and the Rockets willing to pay whatever they needed to keep him.
Houston making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Bazemore against Harden. Outside Hood. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Shot clock at 3. Lillard. Great D that time from Westbrook. Rockets trail by 7. Harden outside. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Bazemore. Lillard outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at them. Show them you can shoot from outside all night long.
Fires from deep. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And having a whale of a game from 3-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second.
Now, here's Capella. He's got 6, and the jam by Harden.
Boy, it's amazing to me how easy Harden makes it look. I mean, when he's locked in, he feels like there's nobody that can guard him, and he's right most of the time.
Here's Lillard. 8-point game. Whiteside finds Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And you know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why.
Now here's Hood. Dishes to Lillard. Pass to Collins. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Capella against Whiteside. 3-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
The count to Westbrook. Good on the triple. Westbrook's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Lillard, the pass to Whiteside. He dishes it to Hood. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Hood's got 7.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Capella dishes to Harden. Basket counts. Harden's got 22.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
Bazemore against Harden, and Bazemore gets to Gasol. Back to Bazemore. Oh, Whiteside in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. Hezonja, he's checked in for Portland. Baddest one comes in for Kent Bazemore. And then for Houston, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Clint Capella. And it's Gerald Green in for Eric Gordon. Outside, Green. Puts it up from 12. Count that bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Now, here's Lillard. 22 points for him. Outside Gasol. Out to the wing. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The Trailblazers have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That free throw good from Lillard.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Both free throws good from Lillard. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 7. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Green taking his time here. From the baseline. Off the left rim and out. Portland leading by 10. Hezonja with the ball. Lillard outside. There's the pass to Little. Portland keeping it alive, a new 24. And it's good for 2. Whiteside's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Russell Westbrook. For 3, and it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got 27 points.
Yeah, and he made 3 3-pointers in the first quarter, and he just continued to pour them on here in the second.
Outside, kicks it to Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Lillard. Here's Chandler, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Chandler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And here's Harden. He's got 24. Not this time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He went on an aerial three-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, and I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 27 points and 1 assist. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, when Damian Lillard gets hot, it's not like most guys. He gets in a can't-miss zone where he completely carries his team. And on the other side, there's really no defense adjustment that you can really do to counter that.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, with the way they struggled to defend the three-point line, it started to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them and really few forced shots here so far.
And, you know, Greg, I like how they've set the pace. There's a lot of time left in this one, so there's no rush. You don't have to go 70 miles an hour. Keep it at about 45.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Hood out there with Collins, and it's Whiteside in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's McCollum. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. So here's Westbrook to the paint. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Lillard against Westbrook. Lillard attacking. And Capella sends it back. And they get it back. Whiteside kicks to Hood. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Hood's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. On the wing, Eric Gordon. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 16.
Boy, and Clint Capella, C-square, a late first-round pick in 2014, viewed by most as a project, but the analytics community ranked him highly. No surprise then that the Rockets snapped him up and they got a steal. They love the analytics approach in Houston.
Here's Lillard. James Harden picking up that last basket. Now Lillard. He's got 27. Down low. And Whiteside with the basket on the assist by Lillard. Whiteside's got 16 points.
And you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
Now here's Harden. 26 points for him. Drills the three-pointer. And Capella, a mobile, rim-running big man. The Rockets feel Clark, he's the prototype center for their system.
Well, you think about it, Kevin. He's still in his early 20s. He's a starting center on a powerhouse team. And I think he's their third most important player. Not surprising he missed that one, though, Kevin. I mean, the defense was very aggressive on him there.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Offline with his three. Hood against Gordon. Hood kicks to Lillard. McCollum outside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. And so Mike D'Antoni has had enough. Timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Tucker. Another miss by Houston. Trailblazers leading by 13. Inside. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 17 now.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Now here's Capella. 6 points for him. And it's Gordon missing. Hood against Gordon. Lillard. Good on the bucket. Lillard's got 29.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Passes it to Tucker. Here's Harden. 2 points. That one goes. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Lillard outside. He kicks it to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Harden.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Lob pass to Capella. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 29 points. Count it.
I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
Here's Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 33 points.
You always got to track Harden, an elusive player who knows how to get it done inside.
Westbrook against Lillard. McCollum outside. Outside Hood. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the line. It's rebounded by Houston.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Here's Tucker. And again, the Rockets good for 2.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
McCollum against Harden. McCollum kicks to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time for McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. Rockets trail by 13. Harden finds Tucker. Right side, Westbrook. Houston moving it around. Gordon inside. Goodbye, Hood. To the inside. Collins, good. And the Trailblazers lead by 15. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Now, here's Lillard. Harden missing his last shot. Lillard, right side. Westbrook with the block. Over Lillard. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Harden. And that's now 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
Terrific ball movement. Harden with perfect timing on the pass. That's often overlooked when the pass gets there. He relishes his role as distributor.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. A different look now for Portland. Pau Gasol is checked in for Collins. Baddest one comes in for Hood, and it's Kent Bazemore in for Damian Lillard. Bazemore against Rivers. And Bazemore kicks to McCollum. Now the dish to Gasol. Bazemore inside the three-point line. And it's off the back rim, no good. He's covered by Whiteside. Tries it from the top of the key. And that one drops for him. 13 points for Russell Westbrook. Trailblazers leading by 11. McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Feeds to McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now. You know, the athletic game of Chandler helps tremendously. He's awesome at flying up to complete alley-oops.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Here's Westbrook. Rejected by Gasol.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Now here's Rivers, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on baddest one. That is his first foul of the game. Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Trailblazers. And so it's Houston with it. He's covered by Bazemore. Pass to Rivers. 5 to shoot. Over McCollum. Chandler kicks to Rivers. Over in the corner, Green. A steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's Hezonja. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hezonja's got 7.
Blazing speed in the open floor. Hezonja sprinting well down the court and being rewarded for that effort.
Pass to Rivers. And the pass to Chandler. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. 5 to shoot. The Rockets again can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 13.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. I mean, he's a two-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Stolen by Rivers. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with this development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw, Clint Capella. He's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Rivers hits both of them. Trailblazer by 13. Here's baddest one. There's 1:40 left to play in the third. Back to McCollum. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got 22.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
To the middle. Here's Green. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Good ball movement. Wonderful pass. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
1:15 left in the third. McCollum against Rivers. McCollum passes to Gasol, and it goes down 2 points. Gasol's got 6.
And really all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Dishes to Rivers. Kicks it to Capella. McCollum against Rivers. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Rivers. He doesn't get the second one. Portland leading by 15. Now here's Bazemore. He's got 6. McCollum outside from the arc. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Rockets trail by 18. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Passes to Rivers. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 9.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
McCollum with the ball. He kicks it to Bazemore. From downtown. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Rivers out there with Harden. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Capella in at the center. Now here's Rivers. 6 to shoot. Harden surveying the D. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. From 15 feet away, count that one. Bazemore's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Portland. Rockets trail by 17. Harden finds Green. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Capella. Houston moving it around. Rivers against McCollum. Clock is at 3. Tries it from 19.
And throughout his career, Gasol has continued to build upon his reputation as a lockdown defender. He gives his all on that end of the floor.
It's good.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
And the dunk by Capella.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
The D. And Tucker kicks to Capella. Outside, Green. Pass to Tucker. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Squaring up with confidence, Tucker just continues to make a variety of plays for this team.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
For the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Hazanya. Hood comes in for baddest one. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in for Gerald Green. Now here's Lillard. Lets it fly. Jump shot is good that time. Lillard's got 35.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Shooting 2.
First one falls. Harden hits them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here is Lillard. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
And, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
Harden against McCollum. Now, here is Harden. G right on him. And there it is for him.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Whiteside's checked in for Pau Gasol.
One shot.
Now Lillard. Pass to Whiteside. Knocked loose. He had stolen by Capella. Here's Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden at converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
He throw good, James Harden. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. The pass to Collins. And the foul on Harden. That's his third foul of the game. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to Hood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Lillard. There's the three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Gordon. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Whiteside's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hood gets the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Harden kicks to Gordon. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And the foul on Harden. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Houston. Whiteside, the pass to Hood. Over Gordon. Hood can't get it to go.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
The turnaround. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They led the game at one point by 20. To the middle. Collins, good.
Yeah, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Harden. Kicks to Tucker. And Whiteside sends it back. And here Blazers with a fast break. Here's Collins. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Lillard against Westbrook. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short. Rockets trail by 12. Inside, Westbrook, good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Westbrook against Lillard. Hood against Gordon. Pass to Collins. Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Gordon with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Gordon's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets. Harden against McCollum. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here is Houston. Down low. Here's Capella. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
And they'll keep possession. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Harden.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now here's McCollum. He kicks it to Collins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And that one falls for Collins. And so Collins nails both of them.
Great touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the strike.
Westbrook against Lillard. Eric Gordon on the wing. Six to shoot. Back to Westbrook. Shoots over Lillard. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
Boy, a little touch of style from Westbrook on that one.
Westbrook against Lillard. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Pass to Collins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. Outside Gordon. Lob pass to Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Trailblazers leading by 8. Here's Lillard. The pass to Collins. McCollum outside. Clock at 6. Misses the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He gave them props for their defense. He said, the defense has been outstanding. Keep pressuring them, forcing turnovers, and we can win this one, guys.
And stolen by Gordon. The feed to Westbrook. Fires from deep. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Westbrook. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
And it's good in the corner from past the arc. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Stolen by Westbrook.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Lillard off the left rim and out. Houston's gone to 3-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. It's good. This game is all even. And that's now 25 points for Russell Westbrook.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
And the Rockets with possession here. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Now, here's Lillard.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot. We're seeing the red-hot version of Gordon right now.
40 seconds left in the game. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Now, here's Lillard following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Hey, I think that should do it. You know, got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point.
Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. McCollum outside. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're ahead by 1. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stop the clock. to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.